Welcome back, everyone. This is Professor Cameron from the Wentworth Institute of Technology. And what we're going to be working on today is we're going to be finishing up this pulley assembly, finish up modeling the parts of this. Now, in our last video, we went ahead and modeled the bracket and the base. Today, we're going to go ahead and model the axle and the pins that go in this assembly. Now, our axle is probably the most complex of the two parts that we're going to be modeling today. And our pins are probably the simplest part we've modeled yet. So let's go ahead and start with those pins. We'll just get these out of the way. We're going to go ahead and create a new part file. And we're going to go ahead and set our units like we always do. And today we're working in millimeters. This part is really simple. It's just going to be one feature. We're going to select our top plane and create a sketch. And we're going to grab our circle tool, smart dimension that circle to a diameter of 10 millimeters. That's going to fully define our sketch for us. And then we can go ahead and extrude this to a height of 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters. And that's it. We're done. All we have to do is to set our material. And like all of our parts that we're working on in this series, it's going to be alloy steel. Once we've got this part made, we can go ahead and save this. Now, fortunately, the axle that we're going to be working on next is not much more difficult. To start this piece, we're going to go ahead and create a new part file. Again, we're going to set our units to millimeters. Now to model this, there's a few different ways we can model this. Let's go ahead and learn a new technique while we do this. What we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch on our right-hand plane. We're going to grab our circle tool, put it right at the origin. And we're going to smart dimension this to a diameter of 19.9. What we're going to do first is make sort of the fat center portion right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Extrude Boss Base. And rather than extruding it out one side or the other, what we're going to do is what's called a mid-plane extrusion. And that's going to extrude it out both sides equally. We're going to come over to our drop-down menu, and we're going to choose the option called mid-plane. And you can see here it extruding it out both sides equally. We're going to extrude this to a distance of 56. And that's a 56 overall length. We can go ahead and click OK. Now the benefit to doing it this way is what it leaves us with is a plane in the middle of our part, like we have here. What that means is we have a surface in the center of our part that we can go ahead and create another sketch on. And that's exactly what we're going to do. On our right-hand plane again, we're going to go ahead and create another sketch. This time, we're going to draw the ends that stick out. So we're going to grab our circle tool, put it right at the origin, and draw out a slightly smaller circle. This is going to have a diameter of 15.9. Now you can see that that sketch is in the center of our part. What we're going to do is we're going to do another mid-plane extrusion. We're going to go to our Features tab, Extrude, Mid-plane, and this time we're going to extrude it to 86 millimeters, which is our overall length. And you can see how it's extruding out both sides at once. We can go ahead and select OK. And that looks pretty good. Now regarding these bevels on the ends of our axle. In engineering, these are what we call chamfers. And chamfers are kind of like a fillet, except instead of a rounded corner, it's just a straight bevel. We're going to apply the chamfers in pretty much the same way that we apply a fillet to our part. Under our fillet tool in our Features tab, we have an option for chamfer. On our left-hand side, we have two inputs for dimensions. One for the height of the chamfer and one for the angle. We're going to leave our angle at 45 degrees, but we're going to set our height to 2 millimeters. All we have to do is just click on the edges, just like we would a fillet, and we can select OK. And then this part is done as well. All we have left to do is to set our material. And like all of our parts in this project, it's going to be alloy steel. And this part's done. So you can go ahead and save this part as well. If you guys have any questions on these parts, feel free to reach out to me. And as always, have a nice day.